Performing Gaming 420.
Such a sweetheart! I'm not even from here. Thanks so much.
Always 5 minutes before I go home. I'll do whatever you want.
That clip that we just saw of the pigs in a blanket comment. Cornell, doesn't the movement itself, don't some of the people that support the movement undermine it? You're saying it was only hyperbolic.
Have you seen them go about engaging in any kind of injurious harm to police? There's no evidence of that.
It seems to me the video demonstrates the double-edged sword of the digital media age. That everything's being recorded means that these protesters can get their message out, but can also potentially undermine themselves. Mark, when you saw that video, what did you make?
I didn't make much of it, and here's why. I've been on the ground in Ferguson. I've met with and met in terms of organizing the BLM founders and many people engaged around the country. And that's just not part of the planning dialogue. That's not part of the engaged action that we see on the ground. Every struggle I've ever been a part of, there are always outliers. There are always occasional folks who show up who often co-opt or twist the message. And to Professor West's point, yeah, there will be people who engage in hyperbolic rhetoric, but that's very different than being genuinely committed to injuring law enforcement. There's
So
no
do you
evidence
feel that
of that.
those Fox News hosts were seizing on these comments in order to paint with too broad a brush? What do you think happened this week? It seemed like Fox had a narrative
of course
very
they were.
clearly.
They did have a narrative, and it's very different than the narrative they had when the Tea Party had people with racist signs, people who had Obama looking like a monkey. They said, "Oh, those are outliers. They don't represent the Tea Party movement as such. Those are extra folk who we dismiss." Well, why can't the same sort of generosity and be given to those involved in this movement?
You made a comment earlier, Cornell, about Dr. Martin Luther King. You were suggesting that the same sorts of attempts were made to delegitimize the civil rights movement in the 1960s.
Performing Gaming 420.